everyone, today some advice for you beginner harpists or you professional harpist who teaches other people. I've been thinking recently about the harp and I really found out that for some reasons it's such an easy instrument because a lot of things can be repeated, the same movements throughout the whole harp. Really, we are lucky. We need to master just maybe 10 technical issues, which of course they're hard, but they're only 10. But I've been thinking, what happens if you're a beginner and you don't know where to start? Well, first of all, my advice is to get a teacher because of course with a teacher it gives you so much knowledge and so much value because you need to learn the good basics of the instrument. And then maybe you can go on your own, blah, 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 sure. But really, it's crucial not to get bad habits. Second advice, there are many books of a technique, which you can even download for free. For example, Borsa, Renier, Salcedo, Hasselmann, La Rivière, which is my favorite. So many books of technique that you really can practice. Everything is written. You just have to do what it's written. But I want a fantastic technique. So I practice something harder, which is piano etude. They use 5 fingers. So we need to come up with creative fingerings, which actually then make normal harp stuff easy. Third advice, which I see very often, is a bad posture on the harp. Bad playing because of bad habits. The number 1 rule is to sit well at the harp. You have to be in control of the instrument, so you need to sit high. Pay attention not to move your head while you're playing, not to do unnecessary movements with your arms or your elbow or even your shoulder. Practice close to the strings. Your hand doesn't have to go away. That will come later when you really can put some flair into it, some intention, some personality that you have, but not now. If you're a beginner, you need to be as close as possible to the instrument, which means you're playing something. That's enough. Don't make these unnecessary movements. They distract your poor brain who has to think already of a million things. Your shoulder doesn't support the weight of the harp. No. Your legs will do it. And here the shoulder is just a little bit of a touching. You have to be free, especially when you play here in the higher octaves, to go back, to look. Because a lot of problems with the fingers are because you look at the wrong things. Sometimes just deciding where the eyes look, then you can fix your fingers. It sounds crazy, but it's the truth. My last piece of advice is to practice a pattern. For example, let's take a triad, but do it throughout the whole instrument. And then do the same with another pattern. For example, now it's a 4-finger scale. Do it from the bottom to the top, because I've noticed that a lot of the problems are when you have a jump or else you have to move your hand. I see many beginners or many people who play kind of well but not so well. The piece is not flowing just because they make these stupid, silly mistakes, bad and uncoordinated movements, wrong eyesight. They practice only the center, the middle of the harp, and then they're completely lost when you have to open up the space. So that would be my advice if you're a beginner. I hope this helps, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Ciao!
Thank you for subscribing, like.